Okay, getting started with this push pin, which is this guy right here, we're going to create a new file, which I've already done that. But first of all, let's understand this for a second. The push pin is essentially a sewing pin that you would use to hold a pattern down onto some fabric. What I've done is I've gone ahead and I punched a hole right through these two pieces of 1/8 inch balsa wood. Then I took a pair of wire cutters and I snipped it at the end so I didn't have a long pointed piece sticking here. But I need the long pointed piece in order to penetrate these two pieces of balsa wood. Okay, that looks good for now. Let's go over here to this and we'll start the file. So I'm going to start the file in the front view, and I'm going to put a center line in, which is this guy here. I'm only going to go up about, let's say 10 millimeters. Okay, put that in at 10 millimeters. We'll zoom out a little bit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line off of this right here. I'm going to go 0.5 of a millimeter off of that. Okay, put that in, and then I'll do another line, hit the L key for line, come up here. I'm going to come up about, I'm going to say 4 millimeters. Okay, just kind of eyeballing this in. Now what I'll do is I'll draw a circle somewhere up here, and I'll come down about so far. Now what I'll do is I'll take and dimension that circle. Let's go ahead and hit the D key for get out of that. We'll go ahead and hit the D key to dimension this, and I'll set that to 4 millimeters. Okay, it's a little tall, but that's okay. We'll fix that with the dimension. So we'll come down here to this. I need it to be about 8 inches total, so I'm going to come down here to let's say 5. Let's kind of get a size for that. Okay, so I'm going to put a point. This is the point command here. I'll put a point right there, and I'll do a measure from the top here down to the bottom. Okay, that says it's 7 millimeters. I need it to be about 8. So the way I'll fix that is I'll close this. I'll change that to a 6. And let's do a quick measurement. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just trying to get a eyeball distance of size for our actual model. Okay, that says 8. I'll go with that. Now let's come in here and trim this up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the trim command. I'll trim to this point right here. Then I'll hit the extend command, which is this guy right here. I'll extend it up there, and then I'll hit trim again for this inside piece. Alright, looks good. We'll finish out that sketch. Okay, we'll hit the revolve command. Boom, done. Whoops, do that again. Okay, looks good. Okay, so we got that. Now what I'm going to do is hit the A key, and I'm going to go try to find, let's try to find some red. Except I'm going to go with a face. I'm just going to put that red right there. Guys, I think our push pin is pretty well complete. Let's just double check a few measurements here to be on the safe side. Okay, that looks like 5.5. Let's double check that again. 0.5 millimeters. Okay, let's do that again. Reset. And that says diameter 1, which is perfect. That's what I need. I'm going to do another quick check here. I'm going to front view, and I want to measure from this point here to that point there. And hit reset on that. Go from here to there again. Yeah, it's going to be cutting it close. So let me go ahead and rethink that. The reason I say it's cutting it close, let's go back over here and look at this assembly. If you look at this assembly right here, this is 3.175 millimeters, 3.175 millimeters. So you're looking at 6.3 millimeters, and this extends down past that. If we go back and look at our push pin, we know we're 4 millimeters here. It's probably going to be fine, but I don't like it, so I'm going to change it. So I'll go back over here and modify this just to be on the safe side. I'm going to change this distance here to, let's just set it to 7. Okay. That looks good. We'll go ahead and hit OK on that. We'll go ahead and save this. Control S to save. And now we have our push pin, which hopefully it landed in our parts folder over here. Yes, it did. Okay, that's good. So let's go to our assembly here, our V8 assembly, and let's place this in. Okay, got that placed in. Come over here and kind of pre-position it. Go to a front view here. Whoa, it's way down there in space. I'll just put it back up here. I'm going to make sure I set myself to orthographic projection, and I'll rotate around Move this over. Let's do this. We'll move this over here, kind of pre-position it. Go back to the front view. Come up here a little bit. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so that's in place, and we'll come back to this in a moment. Okay, to make a joint of this push pin onto this, basically this piece of balsa wood, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and hit the J command, or joint, and I'm going to find that center of that piece of that board right there. So I found the center of it. Now I need to go and find the center of the bottom of the push pin. We'll zoom out a little bit. There it is. Go up on that. So I found the bottom of that. Click it. Now it looks like it moved the board up there. It really didn't. So what it did, if I hit OK, is that it placed it right in the center, but setting on top. So we need to slide that over and then push it down into the wood. So we're going to actually do that. So we're going to go up here and hit Edit Joint, and I'm just going to grab this guy and move the board, which looks like I'm moving the board over. Let's roll up on this and see how close we are. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And now I'm going to rotate this up here like that. So it kind of looks like it's been placed in there. Now, one thing you'll note is it's kind of short, so we may have to come back and modify this part. But let's go ahead and accept that joint and see where we stand. Okay, I'm going to close this off, and we'll roll out. Yep, there it is, but it's too short. So that's not a problem. I'm just going to go over here and right mouse click on the push pin and say open, which is actually already opened. But we'll go ahead and modify the length of that distance right here. I'm going to go ahead and say 9. See what happens. Hit OK, hit finish. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and save that. Save, go back to our frame assembly. We've got to update this up here. And let's see if it pushed it through there a little bit more. Not quite. Let's go ahead and edit that again. So go back to our sketch. Ooh, let me do this revolve here. Guess I got an error on that. Hit delete on that. Go back to the sketch. Edit. Oh, there's a problem. It did not extend this center line up. So we'll go ahead and fix that real quick. I'm just going to make that 12. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that looks good. And we'll go ahead and hit that revolve again. Need to look at that sketch, which is turned off. Grab that sketch, turn it back on, and select the axis. It's going to be this guy here. Hit OK. Hit our A key again because we got to put that texture on that surface right there. Good face, actually. So we'll go ahead and turn our sketch off again, and we'll hit Control S to save it. That looks good. Go back to our V8 assembly, and we'll hit refresh on that part. And I don't, there it is. We're going to edit that joint again because it did change quite a bit. Edit the joint. And I'm going to go ahead and lower that. Whoops. Do Control Z. And I'll edit that joint. Edit. And let's do this. It says missing reference. Okay. Then I will hit that reference point right there on the base. And I will say bring that down. Tell you what, I don't like this. I'm going to go ahead and recreate that joint altogether. Sometimes you just got to start over. Okay. Hit the J key for joint. Go find that center point. Rotate this guy up. Go find that push pin right there. Okay. We'll go ahead and go back to kind of our 3D view. And we're going to take and we're going to move that piece out to about right there. Roll up on this. Okay. We'll lower this pin. Actually, we'll raise the board up, I guess, to about right there. Let's see how we're going to be. Yeah, it should poke through. Let's go find out. Barely poke through. You know, I think that'll work. We'll go with that right now. Looks good. Okay, so we got the push pin modeled and put in there, and we'll come back to this in a moment.